Pluribus ordo seclorum, e pluribus unum. They changing climates and replacing humans and fracking soils while bulldozing forests. But they can't defeat us, they could not destroy us.
Are we dreaming the same dream of money, guns, and gasoline?
For the average teen, CFOs are after cream. GMOs extracting genes with everyone on my TPS.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jaguars going up against the Chargers. Will this be the final season of Charger football in San Diego? I know two guys that hope it's not. That's our commentary team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
America's finest city on about as fine a Sunday afternoon as you're ever gonna see. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the San Diego Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. And brought down there by a pair of Chargers on the stop. Decent chunk of yardage still left here, 2nd and 7. Now Kaepernick throwing on 2nd down. Finding time. Drops it off for Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
False start, offense.
From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Right side catch, Gilmore. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action. Now Kaepernick. He's got time in the pocket. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And Cap, of course, was a great baseball player, drafted as a pitcher. He kind of showed his arm right there, didn't he?
They let that one go, didn't he? That was a catcher putting down the #1 signal for the fastball and turning it loose. It was needed in that situation, though. He had to throw a tight spiral and a hard one in order to get it in there for a completion.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Let's just go ahead and state the obvious. You're going to want a big game out of that guy. Big-time run to get things started. But even more importantly, coming in on the road, trying to silence the crowd, take them out of it a little bit, slow down the emotions of the game, and get yourselves under control and feel like, yeah, we're going to be okay on the road. Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Coleman now. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Coleman, and he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3. Now 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Antonio Brown, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score. On the opening drive. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback. And as we saw in week 1, the new rule, this one coming out to the 25-yard line. They run with a rookie. Here's Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Newton on 3rd down. And here's the first NFL reception for the rookie Ezekiel Elliott. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Play clock winding down. Throwing on 3rd down. Newton underneath for Johnson. That one goes for 24 yards. And they talked about how important the passing game was going to be against that defensive look. Good job there going to the air for the 1st down.
It's all about preparation. It's all about planning, and then it's about execution. So they put it all together in practice. Okay, this is what we think we're going to see. This is how they get to it. And then when the game comes, read it and attack it.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now it's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. 3rd down here.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Newton. That is caught inside the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. From the 4-yard line, it's 1st and goal now. Here's Elliott, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert? And
he's in across the chalk. Touchdown, San Diego. Ezekiel Elliott with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Ezekiel had 23 rushing touchdowns last year at Ohio State. Now his first in the league.
And that's no surprise at all, because that's exactly why he was drafted 4th overall when he came out of Ohio State. His ability to run the football, but don't underestimate his ability to catch it as well. That's his first rushing touchdown. I think he'll add plenty in the passing game too.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm, You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Right side catch, Gilmore. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to San Diego after this timeout. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Kaepernick now on first down. And incomplete.
Holding. Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Man open left side is Brown. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 67 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
On offense, the guy that you want to have the best eyes on the field are your quarterbacks, so you can see everything pre-snap, and then, of course, as the play develops. On defense, oftentimes it's the linebacker, and on this play, his eyes took him right to the ball, and he made a nice tackle.
And that's off the mark, incomplete. Des Bryant, the intended receiver, and it's third down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Call it a 3-yard game, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the first down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Well, that's third down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On first down, it's Newton. Deep drop. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. One man in the backfield, Elliott. On first down, Newton. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the great one, Darrelle Revis. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. He's got time. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Coleman. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 7 yards remain now on 3rd down. This guy spent 5 years as a Charger, Darren Sproles. And now the Chargers are for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head. So on 4th down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going for the deep ball. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguar.
Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water.
All right, 3rd quarter, let's get to it. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the 2nd half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 2nd half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And while that play was unsuccessful to start the 2nd half, I'm not sure that you just totally abandon what you do running the football. Maybe you make some adjustments in your run game and do things a little bit differently, but that doesn't necessarily mean you just go to the pass and do nothing else.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And he rifles one incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, This feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing on third down, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Dancing to his left. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked up by Thomas Davis. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is Coleman. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Kaepernick. Surveying the field. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's the first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now San Diego getting set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And some room to work. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And they got 29 yards there. And it'll give the Chargers a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position, but as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
The play clock's running down. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Newton now on second down. It's complete to Lockett. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. One man in the backfield, Elliott. They go play action here on first down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
Holding offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Cooks will come in motion right. Newton. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second down, the ball on the 2 here, second and goal. Elliott, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. And we're back now in Mission Valley and San Diego. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Hey, 91! 91! Go!
Kaepernick to throw on second down. Over the middle here to Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded just inside the 20. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now San Diego getting set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. To throw, Kaepernick. Complete to Gilmore over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll step away and come back to San Diego after this. And now San Diego getting set to go. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky, because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case,
fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. So, Charles, that's Exhibit A for the danger of running a toss play this close to your own end zone.
And how well was that defended? Someone was able to come up and set the edge. You can't go around him. And this time, he was left with just nowhere to go.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. Backing up, all kinds of time. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Eli Apple, with it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. To throw on second down is Newton. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From the gun on third down, Newton. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
time running out here on the play clock. On 1st and 10, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Newton's going to throw it. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run some clock now with Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, Elliott. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Now Newton. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And Robinson with a big catch. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Denard Robinson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover it, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Back to throw. Right side catch, Gilmore. A second juke. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he is picking up right where he left off a week ago. I wrote down, so funny here in my notes, what he said last week. And after we talked to him about the good game, he said, I will do it again. And I wrote those words down, and he's done it again. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And they're going to speed things up here. They'll look to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in hours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. A long way to go here for the offense on third down after the penalty. 3rd and 15. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Kaepernick. Got to have this one. And here's the first NFL catch for Laquan Treadwell. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Laquan Treadwell, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? Kaepernick looking to throw for it. And it is caught. They got it. So a touchdown and the 2-point conversion with no time remaining. And we're off to overtime. Well, the entire 2015 season featured no time. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, Really well done.
First throw of overtime for Kaepernick. Finding time. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And he'll be taken down deep into San Diego territory. A huge play there in overtime, and even 50 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Kaepernick to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
They'll come out in the pistol. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. So a big kick coming for Cundiff. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And Cundiff able to knock it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So they do get the short field goal here to get them the all-important overtime lead. But, Charles, you wonder if they'll wind up ruining the fact that they were able to get down into the red zone, yet not able to find the touchdown that would have won them the game.
Brandon, you're absolutely right. In overtime, when you get the ball first, the hope is your opponents never see the football. But now they're going to get a drive to try and win it, or at least keep the game alive with a field goal. And I'm getting a dictionary out to look up ruin.
And now San Diego getting set to go. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown. Finish the game off. That has to be the mindset. And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. On 2nd and 10, Newton drops it underneath to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, Elliott, and the back goes into motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Newton. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's 2nd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And this is going to be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. A great game partner, spectacular finish.
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
On the car, it's like a weekend at Bernie's, and baby, you with the pop. I'm about to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Dive while he driving, shot it, rocket, and I'm an Uber. I know you like it when I put it, yeah. Maybe you should bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper, and I ain't gon' chase you, baby, I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord. The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's on with me? Who's on with me?
About to give you the rock, now pour. Give me one for the money, you the one for the night. You know you one in a million if you the one that I like. You got a lot of glad I knew you, I brought a ruler. I'ma use it, play the music louder, I gotta do it. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby, I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like,
oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air.